Let's rock and roll, baby. Okay, so I'm just sorting out 1 and 2 setup issues. No, I'm just setting up stuff as usual. Maybe. I'll tell you now. It's like keep it for the episode. So your sound's not coming through. Yeah, on the live stream. So I'm probably gonna have to close this OBS, and I'm gonna have to redo this Facebook thing. So the problem with this is that I then lose my stream key. Just talk on that side.
Hello, hello, hello. I'm saying stuff.
Yeah, okay, you're coming
Hello?
through now. No, you're coming through now. Good stuff. Let me just boom. Okay. Just waiting for there we go. Just check that we're live on Facebook and then we can rock and roll.
We're live. Matilda wants to say hello.
Hello.
Auntie, come say hello. She's still a birthday girl.
She's still a birthday girl.
Come on. Come.
Happy birthday.
Come, D. Show yourself.
Live on Facebook, baby. Just waiting while. Oh, there we go. Okay, dude. Let's do it. There we go. It's the Weekend Craic. It's episode 31 with Oleg and the Bearded Fen. Uncle Festus not joining us today. Uncle Festus.
What's happening?
He's just got some house business to sort out. So he's busy sorting that out, so he won't be joining us today. But I'm here. You're here. It's the most important part.
The audience is here.
Well, I don't know about the audience, but anyway. So, how are you feeling today, Oleg?
I'm feeling rather reinvigorated.
What time did you get out of bed this morning?
It's about 10 o'clock.
What time did you go to bed last night? Oh, this morning, sorry.
This morning at about 2 o'clock.
Okay, so not too long after I left. I left at
I
left around about 12:30, 1:45.
But by the time you left, my juices were already running low. So I literally hit the bed. I literally hit the bed and just passed out. So
yeah, it was
woke up this morning.
Good party, yeah.
Great company. Great company,
Everyone was observing social distancing. Everyone was wearing masks. We were drinking through straws. Observing every rule that they had to be observed.
Absolutely.
And then so you cruised out of bed at 10 o'clock this morning. Did you know what time I was up this morning?
6 o'clock.
5:30.
I was close.
Close. So effectively, I
Yeah,
had
dude. Well,
4 hours sleep.
well done.
Yeah, and I'm
Well done. How are you feeling? Are you feeling a bit tired at the moment, or you're still going strong?
I think I could have an afternoon nap or lie on
Dude, you should
on my bed.
definitely squeeze it in. So most of my day, so a few people stayed over yesterday.
Right.
And then once everybody ducked, I think at about 11 o'clock, hit the pool. Had some chicken in the fridge.
Right.
I popped the chicken out, marinated just a few drumsticks, simple stuff. Got the gas braai going. Took a dive into the pool. Oh, it was so good.
Sure that must have been good.
It was so good.
I'm sure.
It was so good. And the weather is nice and hot today, so
yeah.
I swam, cooked some chicken, swam some more, cooked some more chicken.
That sounds good. Yeah, so I was, where was I? Got up at around 5:30.
That's commitment, dude. That's commitment.
Met Hugh at 9 o'clock. We went through to Triumph to go test drive some bikes. We went to Harley Davidson. We went to Motor Guzzi, and then we went for lunch. Went and grabbed a burger and 4Ways. So the only bikes we rode today were the Triumph Bobbers, because I was very disappointed. I went to Harley. I don't know if you know, but Harley in Johannesburg closed.
No way.
Right. And it's reopened now. And so I wouldn't say the service is good as the last dealership. So I mean, we walked in there, no one greeted us, no one asked us if they could help us, no one asked if we were interested in riding any bikes or anything like that. Whereas if you went to Triumph, they were like there, they had all the paperwork ready, just had to sign, fill in what bike you want to ride, and you go for a ride.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what the deal is with Harley. You ain't going to see me there again. Anyway.
Yeah. Are they still doing this whole like stock exhaust business?
Yeah, it looked like.
Or they? Man, that's a shame. That's really a shame.
Super sad, yeah.
So like, I didn't even realize there was a Motor Guzzi dealership. Where is that?
So it's the Aprilia Motor Guzzi. So it's there on William Nicol, just past. If you're on your way to 4Ways, down William Nicol, say from the Santon side, and you go past the Nicol Way shopping centre, past Renault, then the next sort of like office buildings is like Motor Guzzi, Maserati, and Audi. Yeah.
Wow.
So we went there.
So which Motor Guzzi did you test drive?
I didn't. We just went to have a look. I didn't test ride any Motor Guzzis.
So there wasn't any to test drive, or?
I wasn't feeling it. I didn't ask to test ride anything. We just went there and had a look at them and just chatted about the bikes and all that kind of stuff. The bikes that we test ride, there were two Triumph Bobbers that we tested. The one is the normal standard Bobber, and the other one is known as the Bobber Black. But it seems like it's got different suspension. It's got a different front wheel. It's a little bit wider. It's completely black. What else was different about that bike? But I was so I rode that one first, and I was actually quite amazed that it was not that comfortable to ride.
Are you serious?
It like almost felt like my arms needed to be an inch longer.
Wow.
So it was like a very uncomfortable ride, and the bike was very, very hard on the road. So the road handling was very good because obviously you got the thicker tire on the front, and I suspect that the suspension's different.
Yeah.
because it felt very, very hard on the road. So like every bump in the road you felt, right?
Wow.
Um,
So it wasn't like soft, like couchy type of feeling.
no, not at all, not at all. But I suppose you don't really expect that from a bobber, so that's fine. You do expect it to be a little bit more hardcore rather than comfortable on the road. It's not like a.
No,
It's not
I'd
like a
expect it
touring
to
bike.
be fairly comfortable,
No, bobbers.
Really.
Bobbers traditionally are like almost like it's like a what can I say? It's like a really rough sort of minimalistic sort of bike. You've
Yeah.
slapped a single spring loaded seat on it, and that's a bobber. And you've it's not like a cruiser or anything like that.
Yeah.
So so that one was very, very, very hard on the road and whatever. And then Hugh and I swapped the bikes. He was on the one bobber, and I was on the other one. So I did the black first, and then he did the black second. And then I did the normal bobber. And the normal bobber was much better to ride, much easier to ride,
Really?
more comfortable, not as hard on the road. Yeah, so it was pretty damn cool. Yeah, so that's what we did this morning. Didn't get to test ride a Harley. Didn't test ride the Moto Guzzi.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm not too phased, but I was just very surprised at the sort of like service that we got at Harley. I would have thought that if you've just opened up a new dealership, you'd be falling all over the people when they came through the front door. I mean, like, the nice thing about Moto Guzzi was when we got to Moto Guzzi, the guy was there at the front, and he came and he greeted us and said, "How's it going? Can I organize you some coffee? Like, are you guys just looking? What kind of, what bikes are you interested in talking about?" He was there.
Yeah.
He was present. Same thing at Triumph. Harley Davidson, not even, the guy hardly looked up when we walked in the door. Yeah. So, they can keep their bikes.
That's
Anyway.
That's really sad. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, no, I'm very heart sore. Anyway, I wouldn't buy a new Harley anyway, so it's not a big issue. So how was your week, dude?
It's been interesting. The end of the week was definitely better than the beginning, but in terms of rating, I would give it a solid 7.
Oh, good, man. Good.
Yeah. Your side?
I'm still on a 6.
You're still cruising on the 6?
Still cruising on a 6.
I thought we'd be able to lift up your spirit yesterday and maybe push you just over that edge of 7.
Well, like I said, officially, unofficially, officially I'm a 6. Officially, I'm an 8. Unofficially, I'm an 8.
Wow. Did something happen yesterday that I'm not aware of?
No, I've been telling you the last 3 weeks that I'm officially a 6.5, unofficially an 8.
Okay. No, I'm with you. I'm with you. So what else is on the news?
Yeah, so what's happening in the US elections, dude? I was having.
We're gonna tackle that topic. It's pretty close.
But there's no winner declared yet, right?
Nothing. There's no winner declared yet, and there's no loser yet.
Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah, so I wonder what's going to happen. Is it going to land up in the courts? Do you reckon?
I don't even know, man. I really don't know. But I think, if a person running for the US president, I think what we might see is an unprecedented case where a person who was the candidate in the US presidential election lost the popular vote, right? In terms of the total vote count, lost the electoral college vote, and could still be a U.S. president.
Okay.
You think that's
Yeah.
possible?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. But that might just be me. Maybe I don't know enough about how that thing works. So.
I just know that generally, the college vote basically wins. But if it's that close, I don't even know what type of process actually kicks in to sort everything out.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I think we were talking about this yesterday. I thought
Yeah.
that whoever got to 270 was the winner. But you're saying that if it's that close, that might not be the case.
It might not be the case. I don't even know. Like, I'm not an expert in their system, and they use a very complicated system. I'm not sure why. I'm pretty sure it's because it's like there's a lot of different states, and everybody needs their own representation at basically all tiers of government.
So I
But
see
I'm
here
not
in Georgia, they've announced a recount due to the narrow margin, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Right, and then in Pennsylvania, okay, there's still, I don't know if that's, they say 99% of the votes have been counted.
Yeah.
But it looks like Nevada, Georgia, and Pennsylvania will go to Biden because he's leading there. So in Pennsylvania, he's 49.6%, whereas Trump is 49.2%. In Georgia, he's 49.4%, and Trump is 49.3%. Oh my God, that's close.
Wow, that's
close. And then in Nevada, he's 49.8% versus 48%. That's Joe Biden. Holy cow.
wow.
So, 36. But even if Trump won all these states, so if he won Nevada, Georgia, and Pennsylvania, he still wouldn't get enough college votes to get to 270.
Nevada, Georgia, right?
So
Pennsylvania,
Nevada, six college votes. Nevada, six
and
college
North
votes.
Carolina.
North Carolina.
Yeah, and North Carolina.
No, but I mean, where's North Carolina?
It's just there above Georgia. By above, I mean it's basically north of Georgia.
Yeah.
It's
north
directly.
That's 15 electoral votes. So if Trump was to win all those 4 states, then maybe he might get there.
Yeah.
He would get to the 270 or close to it.
Yeah.
Because he's on 214 at the moment, right?
Yeah.
The last time I checked. Yeah. Hey, I don't know. Don't know what's happening here. Anyway.
Look, I think it's gonna be a close one, and the problem is like it's gonna depend how close it is. I mean, like if you look at Pennsylvania, right?
Yeah.
Okay, if you look at Georgia, the Biden sitting on 49.5 and Trump is sitting on 49.3. So that's literally a difference of about 10,000 votes.
Oh, that's hectic, huh?
Huh?
Oh, yeah, but listen, Trump's going to fight it either way.
You think so?
All the way. He'll fight it all the way to the end.
Okay.
I don't think he'll give up easily.
No.
I don't think he'll give up easily. But I mean, I suppose the one good thing for us as South Africa is that the rand is strengthened.
Yeah, the prospects of Joe Biden winning the election had a really positive impact on our economy and our currency.
Yeah. No, that's interesting. Oh well, I suppose we're winning a little bit. Continues to boost, so the US election continues to boost the rand. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
So I mean, so I suppose if Trump is not happy, he takes them to court, and then what are they going to rule on? I mean, I believe he's lodged a couple of lawsuits or whatever you want to call them. But like,
Yeah,
what sort of lawsuit does he lodge?
I'm not even sure.
Let's see, Trump law lawsuits.
I'm not even sure. I don't know what, in a nutshell, is the case. I mean, like, was it trying to nullify the mail-in votes, or like what's the actual case?
Yeah. So
do you recount? Like, what's the deal? But I think the story is still going to carry on for next couple of weeks. It's not going to be
decided like
now.
now. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
When it was Bush against Gore, how long did it take him to sort that out?
I was pretty quick.
Okay.
It was pretty quick, but you know what the key difference is?
Yeah.
I'm not sure how true this is. So, like, please, but I just remember it from somewhere. Like, one of the key things in the entire U.S. election is actually the concession speech. Okay. So what the concession speech is, this generally because U.S. has two major parties. So it's basically a two-party system, right? So you have two candidates for the U.S. president from both parties. You have one from Democrats, one from Republicans, right? So whoever loses, right? Whoever loses, he basically does, a concession speech, basically telling his guys to stand down and say, okay, I've lost, this is it, this is over. And then, like, once that happens, there's a secondary thing that kicks in and basically almost automatically progresses. So the person that basically won the election becomes a president. But there's like the entire process, secondary process happening in the background. Now, if that concession speech does not happen, if, let's just say, one of the candidates refuses to admit the loss, right?
Yeah.
I'm not even sure, like, what type of process actually kicks in, because, like, what happens? Court, does he still stay, like, for example, say, if that person is a current president, does he still stay as current president until the courts basically rule? But that could take a year,
Yeah.
That could take a year on the matter, like, hypothetically, and if it's a complicated case and with a lot of recounting, this could drag on for the next 2 years. Like, what happens?
Yeah, but I mean, do you think that Trump had an idea that it might land up like this? So he had already planned what he was going to do in the event that it was this close.
I'm not sure. I really thought that he was going to win. I don't think he thought it was going to be this close, to be honest with you. But like I'm no expert, but he was pretty confident from the onset. But he always is confident about everything, even if he's wrong. He's still pretty confident on these methods.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know. This is a total wild card, and the problem is, it's like, you can see that, like, the US vote is split pretty much 50-50, right?
Yeah.
I would go with a simple solution, right? Basically pick the winner on the basis of the popular vote, but then you basically, what happens then is the representation of the smaller states with the small population basically diminishes. So I think that's the whole point. That's the whole point of this college vote system.
College votes, yeah.
Yeah, electoral college vote system. Like, so, like, Texas is obviously, like, got huge amounts of college votes, right? But it's not a huge state, It's a big state, right?
Yeah.
But, like, you can't compare it to, like, some of the others, Anyways, what's your take on it?
So Who's got the popular vote at the moment?
I think Biden's got a popular vote. It's pretty clear, by about like 3 million votes.
Yeah, I see he's got 50.6% of the vote. Ah, interesting.
So Biden's got 74.8 mil, and Trump's got 70.5 mil.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
there's still like 4 million difference, so it's pretty clear. It's pretty clear.
Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, we'll just have to wait and see. Yeah. And I mean, what do you think the impact is on South Africa, other than the rand strengthening?
I think Biden's going to be better for us. I think Biden's better for the world in general.
Okay.
He seems like
Is he better for the Chinese?
reasonable. I think he's better for everyone. Like, he seems like a reasonable, chilled guy. He seems like a nice guy, you know. So
you reckon that he's going to get back into bed with the Chinese?
Look, I'm not sure. I don't know. I really don't know.
So I mean, does he then undo the whole trade discussions that Trump's been having with China, putting in restrictions and all that kind of stuff? Do you think he reverses that?
I think some of the Trump's policies are going to be reversed. I'm not sure which ones, because I'm not a political expert. What's interesting though is that the Republicans once again took the Senate. So at the moment they have 48 seats in the Senate versus Democrats of 46.
Okay.
And they need 51 for the majority. I think they're going to get the majority in Senate. For some reason, Republicans always take the Senate.
Okay.
And the Democrats always take the House.
Well, that's interesting. And I mean, what does that mean? I mean, if the one's got the Senate and the other one's got the House, I mean, what does that mean in terms of government?
It means it's just going to be really complicated to pass anything and, make things happen.
So it's
just going to be...
The guys are just going to be against one another all the time.
Yeah. So it's going to be like, it's basically a knife edge balance.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll just wait and see what happens there. So the one thing I wanted to chat to Lester about was the good old lockdown that they're having in the UK. I mean,
listen, did the UK actually go into lockdown again?
Well, they were proposing it.
Yeah.
I was trying to catch up on the Trump Biden thing, and I was watching Sky News, and they crossed over to the House of Commons.
Yeah.
To chat about, old Boris was trying to get them to agree to have a lockdown. So let's just see what it says here. So I don't know what they voted. I just want to let's just see here what it says. Okay, shit, it wants me to log in there. Not gonna happen. New lockdown rules for England. Okay, what's the latest? Tough new restrictions have come into force. These newspapers are getting fussy now. They want me to flip and subscribe, man.
Yeah.
UK lockdown. I want to see what they say here. Institute of Government. Okay.
UK Parliament approves month-long COVID-19 lockdown for England. That's from Al Jazeera.
Oh yeah.
So
there you go. So then they must have voted for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I saw a story about them going to restrict takeaway alcohol.
In UK.
Takeaway alcohol sales to be restricted in England.
Wow.
Oh,
Wow, that's gonna create serious crisis.
yeah. So they've
And
got
pubs, are
lockdown
they gonna
until
close pubs again?
I don't know. I'm sure they are. Um, yeah. So it says yeah. So the Prime Minister Boris Johnson is. This was earlier this week. Was due to set out his plans for the 4-week lockdown in England. This includes the closure of hospitality outlets until the beginning of December, but in contrast to the first national lockdown, it appears pubs, restaurants, and bars in England will only be allowed to serve takeaway food and soft drinks.
Wow,
So they're
that
going
is
the
hardcore.
yeah. So
They're
they're
learning
going
a
they're
thing or
going
two
this.
from us.
So yeah,
They're
they maybe
learning a.
yeah they took a page out of the South African lockdown rules. Oh shit! Shame. Sorry
It's
guys.
gonna be it's gonna be rough.
Oh.
Are they also gonna restrict the tobacco sales? Because that would
No,
be just
they didn't say anything here about that.
okay.
But that's pretty.
That would
Yeah,
collapse
jeez.
government in UK.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, like while the rest of the world is going into a second wave or second lockdown, we like just carrying on as normal. Like I'm
I
even
think
getting to the point now where I'm forgetting to take my mask with me when I go out.
look, you mustn't because you're gonna get bounced. Like some places will bounce you.
You
So
said
like
the operative word was some places,
some
not
like, but
all
you
places.
don't know which ones. But like my advice is like what I'm doing is that I have masks in the car,
Yeah, so do
right?
I. Yeah.
I have masks in the bike,
Mm.
right? I have masks like I yeah, I have masks around the house. But like if I forget them to grab the mask with me, I know there's always like a disposable one in the vehicle,
Yes.
right? So I could always use that one.
Yeah. No, I do that as well. I've got buffs everywhere. Um, yeah, but I mean, like, I get out the car and I start walking to the restaurant, and I get halfway there and I realize, oh shit, I haven't put my mask on, so I got to go back, go fetch my mask, put it back on again, go there. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's just like all of a sudden it just feels a little bit more relaxed than it was before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyway. But yeah, so during lockdown, I stopped drinking alcohol, and I started started having a couple of beers about a week ago, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
If there's one thing that I can say of not having a beer for 3 months, that first beer of yours tastes so sweet. It's unbelievable how nice it tastes.
Really, really.
Absolutely.
Wow.
And I mean, with the weather the way it is today, like 32 degrees here in Johannesburg,
Mm-hmm.
an ice cold beer. Oh my God.
I think it's warmer than that, because when I was in the sun, like I could barely walk barefoot
Yes.
on bricks because they were that hot.
Oh, let me
So
check the
it's
weather
like,
here.
and when I jumped out of the pool, I dried nearly immediately.
Yeah.
Like I didn't even have to use the towel. That's how quick I dried. But standing on the sun, obviously.
According to the weather app, it's only 27.
Wow.
But I can tell you now, when I was on the bike, it was already 30 degrees at 10 o'clock this morning.
Okay.
Yeah. So when we are after we had finished with Triumph, which was around about 20 past 10, when we were driving up to Harley Davidson, I checked the temperature on my bike. It was 30 degrees already, and that was at 20 past 10.
That's rough. That's
That's
rough.
hot, dude. This is, it was hot on
That's
the bike.
rough.
Yeah. It's cool when you're going, but when you stop, it's like flipping. Like
You feel it.
like just like sitting at the robot at the traffic light.
Yeah.
It's like you get hot very quickly. Yeah.
Which bike did you use? Did you go on your old Beamer or your GS?
I went to the GS. Yeah, you know.
Wow,
What?
Andrew.
I was
Well,
gonna go.
Andrew, this whole 4 hour sleep is really like catching up with you right now. You
No, it is.
literally like
I think the other problem is I've got the door closed in the podcast studio here, so it's pretty hot
Yeah.
in the studio. Lack of oxygen, lack of sleep. Had a beer at lunch, Had a nice
Yeah.
burger. Feeling rather lazy at the moment. I have to.
Okay, but like 4 hours is not enough, dude. Like you should
No,
definitely catch an
Yeah.
afternoon nap. Catch an
Yeah.
afternoon nap and top yourself up because like otherwise you're just gonna crash.
Crash is good.
You're crashing at the moment. You're crashing at
It's
the
like,
moment. I'm
yeah,
like,
I'm crashing at the
I'm,
moment.
I'm wondering whether you're actually gonna have enough juice in you to actually make it through for another 30 minutes.
Probably not. So if I like pass out, just wave goodbye to
Carry
everyone.
on.
Just wave goodbye
Carry
to
on.
everyone, and
Yeah,
then yeah, just carry on talking. Just carry on
yeah,
talking.
yeah.
Yeah. No, I didn't
So,
go.
it,
Yeah, I went on the GS this morning because I was going to go on the old bike. But, I haven't ridden it for a while. I just put a new battery in about a month ago. So I started her, warmed her up, like checked the oil, made sure the tires were, pressures were right. And, just did a quick once over on the bike, and the bike was fine. Took it around the block. She was going fine. Came home to come and fetch all my stuff. And then as I was riding out, it
yeah.
started hesitating a bit. It was almost like a fueling problem.
You serious?
It's like as if there was dirt had got in somewhere, either in the fuel filter or maybe in the carb itself.
Yeah.
So I just turned around, went home, and picked up the GS because otherwise it was going to be a long day in the heat. Like you don't want to be stuck on the side of the road. 30
No, definitely.
degrees. Yeah. So
No,
so
definitely.
I went on the GS. So nothing wrong with that. But yeah, I'll just need to give the old Beamer a bit of a once over. Maybe strip the carbs, take the carbs off, strip the carbs, clean the carbs. Maybe put some new full filters on. Maybe check the spark plugs. Haven't done that for a while. Yeah. So when are you coming for a ride, dude? I haven't seen you on your bike for.
I actually went
6
for a
months,
ride last week, but like to the shops and back. But like we should definitely arrange something.
Yeah.
Maybe next weekend. Maybe next weekend we do some sort of a live session when we go test ride some bikes, or go for a ride.
Live is a bit of a problem. We can record something and then maybe play it later.
Play it later, yeah.
Yeah, because the problem with like with a live session is streaming to 2 different platforms at once, bit of a problem.
Yeah. From a cell phone.
I wonder, hey.
From a cell phone.
Yeah,
you're talking about from a cell phone.
I suppose maybe you could. I don't know if you can use StreamYard off your phone, but like for instance, like YouTube, you can't live stream directly in the YouTube app on your cell phone unless you've got more than 1,000 subscribers. And I don't even have 100 subscribers. So it's a bit of a problem.
Let's grow that.
Yeah. I'll have to cough up some money to grow that. I gotta buy people. Hey? Is that corruption?
How do you buy people?
Well, there are ways that they're like these.
Just whip out money and just.
Yeah, I often get these emails and adverts saying, like for $500, they can get me 150,000 followers or something. I don't know. I don't take that stuff seriously.
What are they gonna do? Like post porn on your profile or what?
I don't know how they do it. Yeah. Jeez, no, like you'd be too scared. I'm like, I don't even know what they can do.
Like you should read the fine script, like T's and C's might be dodgy.
Yeah, I'm sure. Jeez.
Listen,
I don't know about that kind of stuff.
What? About what kind of stuff?
No, like with these people saying that they can get you followers. It's like, okay, how are you going to get me followers? Like, how do they
I'm telling you, they're going to post porn on you. But it's not that type of followers that you want,
No. I want genuine followers. I want real people. Give me real people. Yeah. Anyway, so one day when I hit 1,000, then we can live stream directly to YouTube. But I'm sure there is a way around it. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm mistaken to it. Yeah, maybe I must look into it. Yeah.
Dude.
So it
Um,
would be good to go and test out some bikes. Um, I was looking
yeah, it
at
would be
that.
awesome.
I was looking at they've got that new Triumph Tiger 900, the
Yeah.
Rally Pro or whatever it's called. Looks a nice bike. It's a new model. I haven't ridden it. I wouldn't mind giving the Triumph 1200 Scrambler a go. That looks pretty dope. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we must go and check it out. So.
In terms of Triumphs, I also wouldn't mind riding. What's the name of that model? Let me just check quick. Thruxton.
Thruxton.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've test ridden the Thruxton before. The Thruxton's cool, but when I looked at it today, I was like, maybe I'm over it now.
Not impressive.
Looks wise.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So you're saying it's not impressive?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe like at one stage I liked it, and I went and I test rode it, and it went very well, and I was like, okay, this is a nice bike. And like when I saw it today, I was like, maybe I'm over a Thruxton. Maybe I'm over a cafe racer style bike. Maybe
Okay.
I'm more into like a sort of like Harley kind of sit laid back, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you Googling?
No, I'm checking what they have on Triumphs.
Oh.
I also wouldn't mind like checking out and test riding the Speed Triple. It's a street bike, but just to compare it, because remember we test rode the street version of the BMW, not the S1000RR, but the street version.
Yeah, the S1000R.
Oh, S1000R, yeah. It was pretty cool. I actually enjoyed it quite a bit.
No, I didn't like
You
that.
serious?
It almost felt like it needed another gear. It was like revving too high. To me, it felt like I needed to change gears. Even though I was in top gear, it felt like I needed to change gears.
You serious?
Yeah. So I'll tell you what bike I did see on the road this morning was the new
Yeah.
BMW R18. The 1800 boxer motor.
Yeah.
I saw that on the road this morning. I wouldn't
How did it look?
mind test riding that bike.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So maybe
But
we must include
like-
BMW in our little excursion.
That looks like almost like a Harley.
Yeah, they are targeting that market. Yeah. The only problem is you can't stretch your legs out because the cylinders are in the way. It's not like a
Yeah,
Harley
so
where
how
you can
do
have
they-
forward controls.
So how do they do it? Like,
What do you mean? You just
Okay,
don't
no.
have forward controls.
okay, so the guy's foot pegs is just below the cylinders.
Yeah, basically where
So
they.
you end up sitting straight.
Yeah, exactly, straight up. Yeah. So for a tall guy, I think that would be a problem. Maybe for you and I, maybe not so much. But for a guy that's like 6'3",
Hey, I'm tall.
how tall are you?
I'm 185.
Yeah, okay. So that's like just over 6 foot.
Yeah, that's tall.
No, but I'm just saying when I talk about a tall guy, I'm talking about a guy that's like 6'3" and above.
Okay, like 2 meters.
Yeah.
That's not a guy, that's a giant.
Well, the guys like Joe, and there was another guy who was the other guy. There was another guy who's like over 6 foot. I mean, like I reckon those bikes would be uncomfortable for them.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, because Joe rode that bike. I asked him about it because he's got a Harley, and I asked him about it, and he said, "Look, it was nice, but it's like for him, it's with him being so tall, it's a bit of a problem. It's not that comfortable. He'd like it to have forward controls, but you can't because the cylinders are in the way.
Yep.
Anyway, but I wonder how well that thing goes. That thing must go very well. I mean, 1800cc boxer motor.
That thing is gonna fly, Andrew.
Yeah, I reckon it. Oh, but
That
I mean,
thing
that
is
thing's going to be like, $300,000 for that bike.
How much?
300,000.
Wow, that's
That's
totally like Harley prices.
yeah. But I mean, also, I mean, the BMW GS is also 300.
Yep.
That's why I'd never buy another GS. Like I just can't afford it. And even if I had the money, I don't think I would want to spend that kind of money on a bike.
No, you don't want to.
Especially when I've got one already, you know. Okay, fine, it
Yep.
doesn't have all the fancy shit and whatever, but it still goes well. Decent off road, decent on the road, comfortable long distances. You know, pretty cool.
So can I raise another thing? Like
You can.
you heard that like AMD launched the next series of Ryzen 5000 processors, and I'm just checking on one of the local sites,
Yeah.
EveTech. They already put a placeholder, so they have these CPUs coming. So 5950X, it's a 16 core, 32 thread, 4.9 is going to retail, that's Ryzen 9, retail at 18,500. That's in Rand. The 5900X, right, that's 12 core, 24 threads, Ryzen 9, 12,500. 5800, which is equivalent to your Ryzen 7, right? It's going to retail at 10,000. And 5600, which is sort of equivalent to my 3600, but obviously newer generation. It's 12 threads, 6 cores. It's going to retail at 6,800.
Man, oh well. I ain't gonna
Dude,
be.
but
I'm not gonna be upgrading for a while.
so by the way, you have Ryzen 7 3800, right?
Yeah.
Do you know how much it's retailing for at the moment?
No.
Huh?
No.
8,000 Rand.
What?
8,000 Rand.
Holy shit, dude. The prices have gone up.
For sure.
Yes.
How much did you buy it for?
It was in dollars.
But it was like 300, right? Canadian dollars, 300 Canadian dollars.
Yeah, it wasn't that.
I'm pretty sure it was 300. It was 300, right?
Oh, let me check on my. Let me go to Amazon quickly. I'll go check my invoice.
So the value of your CPU, I think, it like doubled.
Yeah, let me see. I'm glad I bought when I did then.
I'm just gonna check mine because I know exactly how much I paid for my Ryzen 5.
Now Amazon wants to send me one-time passwords and oh god, one-time pins. Approve. Okay. Right. Okay. Orders placed in the last 3 months. No, orders placed in 2020.
In 2020.
It says you haven't placed
2020.
any orders in 2020. That's bullshit.
You haven't,
dude.
dude.
Huh?
I must look for your email then. Because did you send me the stuff to my email?
Yeah, I did. Track your orders, okay? Oh, that is so weird. It tells me I've got no orders for 2020. How's that possible? What?
No, I have no emails from you in 2020. This is like to my
It's like
Gmail account.
it's a Bermuda Triangle, dude. Okay? It's like everything's disappeared. Did you
Okay,
actually
let
go
me
to
just.
Canada this year, dude?
Yeah, pretty sure that I did.
Hey?
Pretty sure that I did.
Oh, shit.
Maybe you WhatsApped it to me. I just need to check.
No. Maybe I emailed it to you on your work email address.
Unlikely. I'm going to search WhatsApp.
Oh, here it is. Track your package. It says it was delivered. I got the
Yeah,
37. I got the
you
37.
WhatsApped it to me.
I got the 3700, not the 3800.
Okay, but how much was it?
They don't tell me that. I'm not seeing the invoice. I'm just seeing the email to say that it was delivered successfully. Oh, here they're saying it's 400. At the moment, it's 430 Canadian dollars.
I'm pretty sure you paid like maybe 300, 350. So 350 Canadian dollars is 4.2k versus what it's
I paid $3.99. I paid $400.
$3.99.
I paid $400.
Okay, 400. So you paid 4,700 rand for your Ryzen. It's currently retailing at EveTech at 8,000.
Shit. And at the time that I bought it, it was retailing at 6.5 at EveTech.
Yeah.
Damn. Glad I did it when I did it. Shit.
Oh, well done, dude. It was a really good timing.
Yeah.
Because I can see I scored like about 25% on my CPU. Easy.
Yeah. Yeah, I paid. Let me just check here quickly. I want to see what the 3800 is at the moment. Yeah, that's 460. Damn. Anyway, it was a good buy. I'm glad I did it. Haven't looked back.
Well done, dude.
Yeah. Yes, dude. I'm pulling amps. Oh.
I can see. You're like
my
you
brain's,
really.
My brain's
You're really
like,
suffering.
Yeah, it's really suffering.
Shall we call it?
Yeah. So what's the plans for the rest of the weekend?
I'm gonna have a pretty chill day today. Nothing major, you know. Just gonna relax. Want to take the dogs for a walk while it's still light and warm outside. Well, it's not gonna get cold in the evening either, but I still want to take the dogs for a walk.
So where do you take your dogs for a walk?
Just around the hood.
Just around the block. Yeah. So you don't
Yeah,
like load
just
them in
around
a car and take them to Emerentia or something?
No, there's no need. It's like there's like tons of places I can walk around. Yeah, I can actually walk to the zoo lake. The problem is my big dog gets tired quickly.
Okay.
So like I try not to push her beyond like a 4-kilometer range anymore.
Oh right. Sure, man. Yeah.
So. Your side? What's the plan?
I think I'm just gonna chill this afternoon. Maybe just lie on the bed and catch a bit of shut eye. Maybe listen to my audiobook. And then.
What audiobook are you listening to?
There's this author that I came across. His name is Nick Louth. He's a British author, and he does like detective kind of stories. And the one that I'm busy reading is called The Body on the Island.
Wow. Can you send me the title and the author? I'd be
I
keen to
will do
check it
so.
out
I will do
because
so.
I like detective novels as well.
Yeah, so it's basically a particular detective inspector in the UK.
Yep.
Let me see. Add to how do I share this? Anyway, I'll send it through to you. I'll send it through to you. You can have a
Awesome
look.
stuff.
Yeah, it's not a bad book. Well, he's not a bad author, put it that way. I've probably read about 5 of his books already.
Yep.
Yeah, and I've enjoyed them, man. Enjoyed them.
Awesome.
He gets a 4.6 rating on Amazon, so that's pretty cool.
Let's
Let me
read
tell you a story. Now that we're talking about audiobooks. So, Dion Meyer. I don't know if you know Dion Meyer. He's a South African author.
He's pretty famous.
So he wrote a book a couple of years ago called Fever, right? And I read it when it came out, and I just read it again over the last week and a half. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And it's actually about, without giving too much of the story away, it's about a fever that takes the world, right? And kills off like 95% of the world. And it is so weird listening to it now after what we've been through this year, knowing what we know now about coronaviruses and everything. And in this story, this virus the fever that causes the fever and kills so many people is actually a coronavirus.
You serious?
Yeah. And he wrote about this like 2 years ago. And he talks about how all these people die and how they create new communities and then in the end you find out how the whole thing happened and what the deal is. It was very interesting to reread it now after what we've been through this year. So
he's like looking in the water, man. Like maybe the dude has a gift of foresight or something.
Yeah. Yeah. So it was actually interesting to read it again. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I'll send you that link to that book I'm reading at the moment.
Thanks a lot, man.
But if you want, hey, listen, if you really want to read or listen to a good book, there's a book called I Am Pilgrim by Terry Hayes. Are you Googling it now?
Yeah.
So the guy that wrote this book actually wrote the screenplays for the Mad Max movies.
You serious?
Yeah. But he wrote this book called I Am Pilgrim. And that's about an FBI agent that tracks a terrorist. Very, very good book. I've read it
Have you read it?
I've read it twice. So.
Wow.
Yeah,
I need to check it out.
Yeah, you must check it out. Yeah. Anyway, and then tomorrow I'm probably going to just do stuff around the house and maybe catch up a bit on some work, some admin related stuff.
Don't use the M word.
What's
the W word, sorry.
The W word. I was
W
saying the M. What word did
I was like, sorry, that was my bad. It's like, don't mention work. You should take a break and just chill on the weekend. Do the stuff that you wanted to do. And don't forget to 3D print me the GoPro holder.
It's done already, dude. It's waiting.
Okay.
So you need to come for coffee and come fetch it.
Well, I might actually pull in tomorrow.
I
might pull in tomorrow morning for coffee, just pick it up and
It's a good idea. I'm available.
Maybe it gives me an excuse to jump on the bike.
There's a plan. There's a plan.
You love it when the good plan comes together.
Do it. Cool, dude. Well,
thanks for everyone tuning in, guys. Have an awesome day, and we'll catch you on the flip side next week.
On the flip side. Next week will be episode 32.
Awesome.
Roll on 1000. Yeah. Anyway, good stuff, man.